What's good with y'all, man? We're doing a different video. We back in the car for this one, but Merry late Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all got to spend time with y'all family. You know what I'm saying? Eat good food, but Christmas is over. We back to the grind now. But I want to talk about a few things, actually. For one, or today's video is talking about how insecurities come from self-absorption. I've been thinking about this for a minute, and I truly believe, I'm willing to die on this hill, that I believe that insecurities come from the idea or from like the action of just being too self-absorbed, worrying about yourself way too much, and thinking you the main character. And I understand I've talked about it in prior videos where it's like, oh, you the main character, this is your story, we just living in it. That's absolutely correct. I feel like people should move like that, but not in the terms of like, you think every time you walk into a building, all eyes are on you, all the attention is on you. Like, don't be out here moving like you think you the president, because you know how the president always got eyes on him. Everything is documented, everything is just kept track of. Like, people don't do that to us, you know what I'm saying? Like, just regular people. But in the idea of like, it is your own world, like you can do what you want, like not worry about what other people thinking. Like, that's what I mean when I say be the main character. But back to the idea of how self-absorption leads to insecurities, or that's the cause of it. And I truly believe that a lot of the times, especially now with like social media and stuff, like we can talk about social media and all the distractions we have nowadays that lead to like people feeling down about themselves because like, oh, I don't look like this, I don't got what he got, I don't got what she got, I don't look like her, I ain't got it like him. You know what I'm saying? It all boils back down to like, oh, you just too self-absorbed. Like, we think that all the attention is on us. We spend too much time looking at ourselves, thinking about ourselves, thinking everything is about us and comparing, you know what I'm saying? And I keep saying, you know what I'm saying? But like it makes me think back to when like we didn't have mirrors. Like when there was no mirrors and people just didn't have the ability to look at themselves every 2 seconds. I don't want to like speak on it too much because obviously I didn't live through that era, but I would like to assume that it was a lot better in that sense, where it's like, oh, people don't have the ability to see what they look like every 2 seconds. People aren't pulling out their camera, checking their phone, seeing like, oh, does this look good, does that look good? And most of the time it's all be something super silly, like how we always nitpick at little things, like why does my left eyebrow go lower than my right? Why is my bottom lip move like this? Why does my voice sound like this? How come I don't look like this? How come my stomach is like this? Blah blah blah. And then when it boils down to is that a lot of the stuff that we get insecure about is easy to fix or easy to maintain or change. And I'm not even talking about like doing plastic surgery, because let's be honest, it's never that serious. Like, it's never that serious to end up having to get things injected into you. You had to get all these oils and stuff put into your body, moving stuff around to other parts to make you look better. It's all easily achievable, and it looks a lot better when it's natural as well. Like, just all in terms of any sort of body enhancements, like just like cutting corners and getting to that point where it's like you really can't stand what you're looking at, so you have to go pay somebody thousands of dollars to change it. It's like, and it only ends up making it worse, because at the end of the day, whether people like it or not, when they do go out and get like the lip fillers, the Botox, the BBLs, all that stuff, sooner or later they be like, damn, like that was like, I can't believe I did that. If I had the ability to change it, I would. It's like, but they don't realize that till it's too late. And it all boils down to like, or all goes back to the idea of like, oh, you're just too self-absorbed. You're too busy worrying about how you look every second of the day. And then in reality, the stuff that you get insecure about, I guarantee you a lot of people don't even realize it or care enough about to be like, yo, why do you look like that? Why does your eyebrow do this? Why does your lip move? Why does your voice sound like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I've noticed that too. There'll be times where I was spending a lot of time focusing on my look, whether it be my facial hair, whatever it was I had going on with myself. I would always be too busy focused on like how to make it better. And I would spend so much time looking at it and then expecting people to say something, and they never happened. Meaning, like, for example, so I've been trying to practice like lining up my own mustache, my beard, keeping up with my own look with my own pair of trimmers and all that stuff, right? And I'll spend so much time, especially with my mustache. Like, for the longest time, I was cutting it, but it was super uneven. Like, this side would be straight, this side would be curved, this one would be hella short, this one would be long. every time I would look at it, there would be something off about it, right? And I would do the best I can, and I would go out to the real world. I'm already expecting everyone to mention it, because every time I looked in the mirror, that was the first thing that my eyes locked onto, because I was so worried about it. And I would already expect people to bring it up, like, yo, why does your mustache look like that? Like, yo, who's your barber? Fire him. He got to go. Da-da-da-da. And then it would be the exact opposite. People would be like walking up to me saying like, oh, your mustache, did you get a haircut? Did you line your mustache up? Did you do your eyebrows? Did you get a haircut? It looks so good. I like this look on you, da-da-da-da. And every single time, I would get the immediate reality check where it's like, bro, I spent all morning tripping about the length of my mustache. Just saying it out loud sounds so dumb. But I was tripping all morning about the length of my mustache, or how crispy my hairline looked, or how fresh the fit was, and nobody ended up caring. So then it just like always led to me having the dumb face where it's like, dude, I spent how long this morning tripping about this shit and nobody even cared. And that's the thing. There might be people who actually like, yo, why does this mustache look like that? Or somebody who was ready to like point it out or say something about it. But at the end of the day, they either just didn't care enough to mention it, or they was cool with me. Like, oh, like, I know it looks messed up, but like, that's the homie. I don't see a reason to like call him out for it. Or they just flat out didn't care. But the people who do end up doing that, because you're going to bump into people who do that. You're going to bump into people who just don't care at all how you feel. They're going to be like, yo, why do you look like that? Why is this going on? Why does this look like that? And it's like, who cares? Like, honestly, everybody got something going on with them. Like, it don't matter how perfect they come off as, they all got something. Whether, like, this chick, her bottom lip looks like this, she got something going on with her chin, he got one ear is higher than the other. It's just all, somebody got something going on. But it doesn't really matter. Like, I don't care. I don't care enough to, like, mention it or even pay attention to it at the end of the day. So I'm hoping that more people get to the understanding of how insecurities come from self-absorption. Just take a breath and understand, like, dude, like, I don't want to say it like that, but like, you're not as important as you think you are. You know what I'm saying? And super crazy thing to say, right? But, and I only mean that in terms of like, quit thinking all the attention is on you. Quit thinking that everyone is waiting for you to step out the house so they can just fry you. Like, oh my God, look, he's coming. Look at him. Look at the way look at the way his face looks. Look at the way he dresses. Look at the way he walks, he talks, all that stuff. Like, I promise you. And even if you do bump into people who are like that, it's like, it doesn't even matter. Because I guarantee you, they got just as many things wrong with them as you do with you, if not more. But at the end of the day, we don't care regardless. So it's like, just keep your head down. Just focus on what really matters in this world. That's just I think this topic is just another example of how people get distracted. Because at the end of the day, like, none of that stuff actually matters. And we already know what we need to be doing. We need to be like the best version of ourselves. You hear it all the time, 1% better than you were yesterday. Just get into the grind, get into the bag, just focusing on what matters. And the whole like insecurity come from self-absorption is just another distraction, just another reason for you to like not do anything with your life, and another reason for you to stay in the same spot as you were last year. Like, bro, 2025 is literally next week, which is crazy to say. This ain't a game no more. This ain't Black Ops 2 era where like, damn, 2025, that's a long minute away. Like, no, dude, that is literally less than a week away. So I hope that we don't have as many people in 2025 tripping over little stuff like that. Like, oh, how come this piercing's higher than the other? Why do you walk like that? Like, why do you do this? Like we don't care. We do not care. It does not matter. Little stuff like that doesn't really change anything. Like, it's not gonna stop me from getting to this money. It's not gonna stop me from looking like Goku. It's not gonna stop me from making sure my family good. Like that shit don't matter. It's hella irrelevant, and it gets super tiring just thinking about it all the time. Like, I hope like people who do end up going through this like rabbit hole just realize how tiring it is waking up every morning tripping about like, damn, like, is my jawline strong enough? Are my cheeks hollow enough? Does my forehead look small enough? All this other stuff? It's like, dude, you're gonna be here all day tripping about stuff like that doesn't matter. But that's all I got, man. Hope y'all doing good. Hope y'all staying to the grind, just ignoring all the BS and keeping your head down. But yeah, that's all I got. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and I'm gone.